It's been a little over a week since students at Columbia University in New York City set up an encampment in solidarity with Palestinians in Gaza and to call for an end to the war. Police arrested more than 100 students after the university president called them in to disperse the protesters. In a matter of days, encampments sprung up at universities across the U.S. and are continuing to pop up more broadly. In most cases, administration officials called in law enforcement, with some interactions with student and faculty protesters getting violent. The encampment at George Washington University in the nation's capital is one of the latest to spring up. Students have been here since early Thursday.
It feels like, it weirdly feels like a dream seeing this much solidarity. I can say I've never imagined seeing this in my life. So I'm glad that people are waking up and doing everything they can to take a stand.
Despite the university's call for them to disperse and the academic suspension and campus eviction of a few, the students say they're here to stay.
I personally am Palestinian American. I've lost family in Gaza because of the genocide, and so I'm here to show my solidarity with Gaza and to be a voice for my people and to ask GW to divest in any companies that are aiding that genocide.
I will admit, in my lifetime, I never thought I would see a free Palestine. Never. Yesterday, I had a slight glimmer of hope. So I am hopeful now.
What was the why the glimmer of hope? What was different?
Because of these encampments that are spreading like wildfire. They are what's giving me hope.
There are hundreds of protesters here outside George Washington University. Some are students, some are community members. They're here to support the student protesters who are currently inside that encampment. They say that they will stay here in solidarity for as long as it takes for the university administration to give in to their demands, some of which include divesting from Israel-linked companies, as well as ending the war in Gaza immediately. For now, the protests have been largely peaceful, and the police are staying back. Although George Washington University's administration called on the police to disperse the students, law enforcement has declined to do so, as long as the protest is peaceful.
Yeah, it's really galvanizing. I think it's like the Black Lives Matter movement in 2020. It's really incredible to see students rising up, and I think we should all be inspired by the bravery of students standing up to this oppression. I'm a textile artist, and so I brought the Free Palestine banner today. Other students cut out the ceasefire now, so it really was a communal effort.
Ahead of the November election, young Americans, an important demographic in the U.S. electorate, are watching closely to see how the Biden administration responds to increasing pressure for its ally Israel to end the war in Gaza. Poppy and Puting, CGTN, Washington.